Hi, I'm Danny Lipford from Today's Homeowner. This is a very special place here in New Britain, Connecticut. I'm at the home of Stanley Hand Tools, and this is what they call their antique room for obvious reasons. I'm surrounded by fantastic displays of different tools that Stanley has developed over the years, and I'm here to help them celebrate the 170th anniversary of this iconic American company.
In addition to the items in the antique room, there is also a lot of other memorabilia stored at this facility. And Alan Martin, the unofficial historian here, is showing me around the place.
These are the offices in 1900. One telephone. Did you find it?
Nope. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the old...
Wow.
And that includes a storage room they call the vault.
Well, here we are, Danny, in a Hand Tools vault.
Oh, geez.
This space was once used to house all the items, maybe one of each, for engineering department. They'd come up here and take something, go back to drawing board, try to make it better or modify it in some way.
Wow.
Today, all of that product is stored electronically on computers and CAD. We maintain the space so we can use it as our historical vault.
Man, there's thousands of tools in here.
Thousands, absolutely
Unreal.
thousands. Something like this here, one of the first utility knives.
Oh, really?
Stanley introduced in 1936.
Huh.
You can see how it's changed over the years from
Yeah,
where
it
it
changed a
began.
little bit. I see the holes in it here, and they're
Holes.
not much of a difference. Of course, the things you guys have out now fold and twist and
Oh, absolutely.
everything else.
Absolutely.
But well, what else is in here? I mean,
we
I
have
see
rows
tons
of
things.
tape rules, push drills, screwdrivers. Other rows have bit braces, levels, you name it. Tool that we made or had, we have it here. Come on up back here, Dan, just watch your head.
Wow, it looks like that's pretty close there. Alan, you know, I hear a lot of people talking about collecting planes. They go around to garage sales all over the place to build out their collection.
We have quite a selection of planes here too, Danny.
Yes, you do. A little bit of everything here, man. It's so
Something
beautiful.
like this 1904 block plane.
Wow. Man, I'm scared to even touch some of this stuff. And that's unbelievable. And then a lot of the ones that I see here with the different type of wooden knobs, I think that's kind of cool when you have, I don't know if it's rosewood or whatever, but it's
Absolutely.
got...
Some are rosewood.
Is
We've
that
got
right?
bench planes, we've got scrub planes, block planes, wood bottom planes. Just about one of every one we've ever made.
A tool junkie like me could get lost for days in a place like this. But in addition to the tour, Alan also gave me some insight on how the company began.
The Stanley Works was started in 1843 by Frederick Stanley as a bolt manufacturing company, mostly hardware items. A few years later, across town in New Britain, his cousin Henry started a company known as Stanley Rule and Level. That became one of the largest tool manufacturers and one of the most respected. In 1920, the two companies merged under the name the Stanley Works, and Stanley Rule and Level became known as a Hand Tools division. 2013 represents our 170th year in business and 50 years for the anniversary of the Powerlock tape rule. The Powerlock was made in 1963. It is also the anniversary of this facility. When this facility was built, it was known as the largest toolbox in the world. Every tool that Stanley made was made in this building.
Today, the New Britain plant primarily produces tape measure.
Yeah, and the product hasn't changed much. I mean, we've made some tweaks to it, but it is a badge of the professional. There's no doubt about it.
But its manager, Terry Christensen, told me there's more to the history here than just the facility.
One of the more important things is that Stanley Powerlock Rule is celebrating its 50th year. The second piece is that the building has actually been here 50 years. And third, and most importantly, is the employee to my left, Bob Mitchell, is celebrating his 50th anniversary with Stanley.
And just like the other tools in the vault, the tape measure has evolved too.
So Chris, I guess the whole evolution of Powerlock really started somewhere up in here.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Danny. So really, if you look at the tapes that we have on the top, these are all about push-pull tapes. This is really before the coilable spring brought into play. So really what the end user would do is he'd just pull or push the tape into the casing, right?
Man, it's changed a lot.
And then as things emerged, so these are really around the 1930s time period.
I got you.
And as things emerged, the spring was brought into play. And you can see on this tape, you had the release button, and that is an automatic spring. So you saw how the spring works against the blade?
Yeah.
That's exactly what was going on here.
Unreal.
The evolution continues as you go down. You start to see the formation of the Powerlock as you know it today. And really, it hasn't changed much since around 1963 when we patented the power lock locking device, slide lock here. And that was patented by a Stanley employee, Bob West, who was an inventor of this IP, which really has transformed the tape measure business globally. Everybody has now a slide lock on their tape.
And nowadays, though, all kind of varieties, sizes, shapes, a little bit of everything, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. So Stanley runs tapes from 6 feet all the way up to 40 feet, really, if you look at our market today. The power lock itself extends up to the 35-foot platform, but the 25 is certainly the most prominent. We sell over 3.5 million of the 25-foot power locks just in the U.S. alone every year.
Wow.
So 2013 is the 50th anniversary of the Stanley Power Lock. Been in the market on sale continuously for 50 years. And as part of that celebration, we are actually going to deed one of the very first power locks off our line to the Smithsonian this year. So we're really excited about that.
But I also love the fact that this company is connected to its history and still manufacturing this iconic tool right here in the U.S. with Global Materials in the same plant where it all started.
You know, when I think about a company like Stanley, who helped build the White House, the Empire State Building, and even landed on the moon with Neil Armstrong, makes me very proud to be able to announce that Stanley will be a part of a special exhibit at the Smithsonian Institute in 2015 called American Enterprise. Congratulations, Stanley.